If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken, and so die. That's that strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came over my ears like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. 'Tis not so sweet now as it was before. O spirit of love, how quick and fresh art thou, that, notwithstanding thy capacity, receiveth as the sea, not enters there of what validity and pitch soe'er, but falls into abatement and low price. Even in a minute, so full of shapes is fancy, that it alone is high fantastical.
Will you go hunt, my lord?
What cure you?
The heart.
Why, so I do, the noblest that I have. Oh, when mine eyes to see Olivia first, methought she purged the air of pestilence. That instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires like fell and cruel hounds are sent to pursue me. How now, what news from her?
Oh, please, my lord, and may not be admitted, but our handmaid do return this answer. The element itself, to 7 years' heat, should not behold her face at ample view. Like a cloistress, she will veiled walk, and water once her dairy chamber round, with eye-fanning brine. With all this season, our brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting of her sad remembrance.
Oh, she that hath a heart of that fine frame that paid instead of love, but to a brother. How will she love when the rich golden shaft hath killed the flock of all affections else that live in her? When liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied, and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king. Away before me to sweep as the flowers, love thoughts die rich when canopied with bowers.
Country, friend, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. What think you, sailor?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself that after our ship did split, with you and those poor numbers saved with you, hung on to our driving boat, I saw your brother, most provident in peril, bind himself. Courage and hope, both teaching him the practice to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where, like Arion on Dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves, so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Mine own escape unfoldeth to my hope. Whereto thy speech serves for authority, the like of him. Knowst thou this country?
Aye, well, for I was bred and born not 3 hours from this very place.
Who governs here?
A noble duke, in nature, as in name.
What's the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, as for but a month ago I traveled from hence, and then 'twas fresh and murmur. As you know, what great ones do the less will prattle of, that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
A virtuous maid, the daughter of a count who died some 12 months since, leaving her in the protection of her brother, his son, who shortly also died, whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
Oh, that I served that lady, and might not be delivered to the world till I had made mine own occasion mellow what my estate is.
That is hard to compass, for she will admit no kind of suit. No, not the deuce.
There is a fair behavior in thee, Captain. And though that nature with a beauteous wall doth oft clothe in pollution, I believe that thou hast a mind that suits. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously, conceal me what I am and be my aid, for such will happily become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke, thou shalt present me as a serving boy to him. It may be worth thy pains, for I can sing and speak to him in many sorts of music that may make me very worth his service. What else mayhap to time will commit, only to shape thou thy silence to my wit.
Be you his servant, and your mute I'll be. When my tongue blabs, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I'm sure care is an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier o' nights. Your cousin, my lady, takes great exceptions to your ill hours.
Why, let her accept before accepted.
Aye, but you must confine yourself within the modest limits of order.
Confine? I'll confine myself no finer than I am. These clothes good enough to drink in, and so be these boots too. And if they be not, let them hang themselves by their own straps.
That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady speak of it yesterday, and of a foolish knight you brought in one night to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
He's as tall as any man in Lyria.
What's that to the purpose?
Why, he's 2,000 ducats a year.
But he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
There's scoundrels and subtractors that say so of him. But he plays over the viol de gamme boys, and he speaks 3 or 4 different languages, word for word, without a book, and he hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed. For besides that, he's a fool, he's a great quarreler, and but that, he hath the gift of a coward. To allay the gust he hath in quarreling, 'tis thought among the prudent he may quickly have the gift of a grave.
They that say so of him, who are they?
They that add, moreover, he's drunk nightly in your company.
With drinking healths to my niece. I'll drink to her as long as there's a hole in my throat and drink in Illyria. He's a coward and a coystrels, not drink to my niece till his toe turns over the head like a parish top. Castigliano Volgo. Here comes Sir Andrew Agueface.
Sir Toby Bell, how now, Sir Toby Bell?
Sir Andrew, sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
My name is Mary, sir.
Good Mistress Mary Accost, I desire better acquaintance.
Knight, you misunderstand. Accost is to board her, front her, woo her, assail her.
By my troth, I would not take her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
Fair lady, do you think you have fools in hand?
Sir, I have you not by the hand.
Oh, Mary, but you shall have. And here is my hand.
Now, sir, thought is free, I pray you. Take your hand to the buttery bar and let it drink.
Wherefore, sweetheart, what's your metaphor?
It's dry, sir.
Why, I believe it is. I am not such an ass, but I can keep my hand dry. What's your jest?
A dry jest, sir.
Are you full of them?
Aye, sir, I have them at my fingers' ends. Mary, I let go your hand. I am barren.
Oh, knight, when did I see thee so put down?
Never, methinks, unless you see the canary put me down. Me sometimes think I have no more wit than a Christian or an ordinary man has. Though I am a great eater of beef, I fear it does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought I'd forswear it. I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Oh, pourquoi, my dear knight?
What is pourquoi? Do or do not? If only I spent more time in the languages, that I have fencing, dancing, and bear baiting. Oh, had I but followed the arts!
Thou hadst an excellent head of hair.
Why? Would that have mended my hair?
Past question, thou seest does not curl by nature.
But it becomes me well enough, does it not?
Excellent. It hangs thee like a flex on a distaff, and I hope to see a housewife take thee between her legs and spin it off.
Oh, faith, Sir Toby, faith. I'll home tomorrow. Your niece will have none of me. And even if she will, the Count hard by woos her. It's 4-1.
Oh, she'll none of the count. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer.
Yes!
I'm a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in the mask and revel sometime altogether.
Art thou good at Kickishwa's night?
As good as any man in Illyria, though I will not compare with an old man.
What is thy excellence in the galliard night?
Oh, faith, I can cut a caper.
And I can cut the mutton to it.
And I have the back tricks of be as strong as any man in Illyria.
Oh, wherefore art these gifts hid? Wherefore these gifts a curtain before them? Why dost thou not go to church in a galliard and come home in a coranto? My very whack should be a jig. Is it not a world to hide virtues in? I did think by the excellence of my leg it was born under the star of a galliard.
Oh, yes, and a dozen different well in a flame-colored stock. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else? Were we not born under Taurus?
Oh, yes, Taurus has sides and hearts.
No, knight, that's legs and thighs. Let's see the caper. Oh, yes, yes. Higher, higher. Oh, yes.
If the Duke continues his favor towards you, Cesario, your life be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
You either fear his humor or my negligence that you call in question the continuance of his love. Is he inconstant, sir, in his favors?
No, believe me.
I thank you. Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario? Oh!
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while, aloof, Cesario. Thou knowst no less but all. I have enclasped for thee the book even of my secret soul. Therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her, be not denied access, stand at her doors, and tell them there thy fixed foot shall grow to thy haughtiness.
Sure, my noble lord, if her sorrow be as it is spoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds, rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. Surprise her with discourse of my dear faith. Shall become thee well to act my woes. She will attend it better in thy youth than in a nuncio's, of more grave aspect.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say, thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all assemblative a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. All, if you will, for I myself am best when least in company. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet a barful strife, whoe'er I woo, myself would be his wife.
Will you stay no longer? No, will you not? Will I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly over me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave. that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense of your love to lay any of them on you.
Will you let me know of you whether you are bound?
No sooth, ma'am. My determinate voyage is mere extravagancy. But I perceive in you such an excellent touch of modesty that you will not extort from me what I am willing to keep in. Therefore, it charges me the rather to express myself. You must know me then, Antonia. My name is Sebastian, which I called Rodrigo. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born within an hour. If the heavens were so pleased, would we were so ended. But you, ma'am, altered that. For within some hour you rescued me from the breach of the sea. Was my sister drowned?
Alas the day.
A lady, ma'am. Though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. Though I could not with such estimable wonder overfar believe that. Yet thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not call but fair. She is drowned already, ma'am, with salt water. Though I seem to drown her remembrance in more.
Pardon me, sir. Your bad entertainment?
Oh, my good Antonia, forgive me your trouble.
If you will not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill whom you have recovered, desire it not. My bosom is full of kindness, and yet I'm so near the manners of my mother that upon the least occasion more mine eyes will tell tales of me. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
By the gentleness of all the gods, go with thee. For I have many enemies in Orsino's court. I shall very shortly see thee there. Oh, come what may. I do adore thee so, and danger shall see sport, and I will go.
Nay, either tell me where thou hadst been, or I will not open my lips so wide as a bristle may enter in way of your excuse. My lady will have thee hanged for thy absence.
Let her hang me. He that is well hanged shall have none to fear.
Yet you will be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage, and for turning away, let summer bear it out.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuses wisely. You were best.
Wit, and it be thy will, put me into good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I, that am sure I lack thee, may pass for a wise man. For what says Quinopolis? Better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do you not hear? Take the lady away.
Lady, I bade them take away you.
Misprison in the highest degree. Lady, don't judge a book by its cover. That's as much to say as, I wear not motley in my brain. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Why, fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul's in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, ladies.
What say you to this fool, Malvolia? Doth she not mend?
Yes, and shall do till the pangs of death shake her. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, madam, a speedy infirmity, for the better increasing your folly.
What say you to that, Malvolia?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw her put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brain than a stone. Look you now, she's out of regard already. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to her, she is gagged. I protest. I take these wise men that crow so at these set kind of fools, no better than the fools Anis.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolia. And with the taste of a distempered appetite, there shall be no slander in an allowed fool, though she do nothing but rail.
Madam, there's at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off. He speaks nothing but madman. Go you, Malvolia. If it be a suit from the Count, I am sick or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see how your foolings grow old, and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool. One of thy kin has a most weak biomatter.
By mine honor. Half drunk.
Half?
What is he at the gate, cousin?
'Tis a gentleman.
A gentleman. What gentleman?
'Tis a gentleman. Oh, plague these pickled herrings. How now, Sot?
Good Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come this early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Ay, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil any will, I care not.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One, draught above heat makes him a fool. The second mads him, and a third drowns him.
Go and seek the crowner. Let him sit of my cuz, for he's in his third drop of drink. He's drowned. Go look after him.
He is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yon young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much, and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He's fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
Has been told so. And he says that he'll stand at your door like a sheriff's post and be the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man is he?
A very ill manner. He will speak with you, will you or no.
Of what personage in years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. As a squash is, 'tis before a peascod, or a cooling when 'tis almost an apple. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well favored and speaks very shrewishly. One would think his mother's milk were scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewomen.
Gentlewomen! My lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it over my face. We will once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house? Which is she?
Speak to me. I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if you be the lady of the house, for I never saw her, and I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to learn it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am most comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentle one, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No. By my profound heart, and yet by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. And yet, this is from my commission. I will on with my speech, in your praise, and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you. The praise.
Alas, I have taken great pains to learn it, and 'tis poetical.
'Tis more like to be feigned, I pray you. Keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates and allowed you to approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not that time of moon with me, within so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hull here a little longer. Some mollification for you, giant sweet lady. Tell me your mind. I am a messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver, when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity, to any other's profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet lady!
A comfortable doctrine. Much may be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
In his bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by the method, the first of his heart.
Oh, yes. I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good lady, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text, but we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, 'tis it not well done?
'Tis excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, will endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive, if you would leave the graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried in every particle and utensil, labeled to my will, as item, 2 lips, indifferent red, item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them, item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see you, what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Such love could be but recompense, as though you were crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, with fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, in voices well divulged, learnt, and valiant. A gracious person, but yet I cannot love him. You might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame, with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense, I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of condemned love, and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, and make the babbling of the gossip cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do as much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a messenger.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless, perchance, you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. I thank you for your pains. Fare thee well. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love makes his heart a flint that you shall love, and his fervor, like yours, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art, thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirit, to give these fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft. How now? Unless the master were the man, ever so quickly may one catch the plague. I fear these used perfections with an invisible and subtle self to creep into mine eye. Well, let it be. What home, Alvolia?
Here, madam. At your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger. The county's man. He left this, ring with me. Would I or not, tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him in high hopes. I am not for him. If the youth were to come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hide thee, Malvolia.
Madam, I will.
I do, I know not what, in fear to find. Mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force, ourselves we do not owe. For what is decreed must be, and be this so.
Were you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
On a moderate pace, I have since arrived but hither.
She returns this ring to you, sir. You might have saved me my pains to have taken it away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance that she will none of him. And one thing more, that you be never so hardy to come again in his affairs, unless it be to report his receiving of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it at her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside hath not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts, distractedly. Oh, she loves me. Sure, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How easy is it for the proper false in women's waxen hearts to set their forms? Alas, our frailty is a cause, not we. For such as we are made, of such we be. Oh, how will this fudge! My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him, and she mistaken seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now, alas, the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Come, Sir Andrew, to be up after midnight is to be up betimes, and Lucio Sergei thou knowest.
Nay, I know not. But I do know to be up late is to be up late.
A false conclusion. I hate it as an unfilled can. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is to be up early. Therefore, to go to bed after midnight is to be up betimes. Does not our life consist of the four elements?
Why, I believe it does, and they usually consist of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink. A sip of wine, Marion.
Oh, here comes the fool, I faith.
Welcome, ass. Let's have a song.
How now, my hearts? Did you never see the picture of we three?
The fool hath an excellent breast. I rather 40 shillings I had such a leg, or a sweeter breath to sing. In sooth, thou wert most gracious in fooling last night, when thou spoke of Pigagrammitis passing the vapians in the equinolical of Quibus. I sent thee 6 pence for thy lemon. Did thou receivest it?
I did impedagos thy gratillity, for Malvolia's nose is no whipstock. My lady has a white hand, and the Myrmidons are no bottle ale houses.
Excellent! Why, this is the best fooling when all is said and done. Now a song.
Come, a song. There's 6 pence in it for you.
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song.
Yes, I care not for good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, staying here, your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journeys end in lovers meeting. Every wise man's son doth know.
Excellent. Good, I faith.
Good, good.
What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. Indeedly there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure.
Excellent. A mellifluous voice.
A contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious.
To hear by the nose is dulcet contagion. But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch that will draw 3 souls out of one weaver? Shall we do that?
And you love me, I'm a dog in a catch.
And some dogs will catch well.
It begins, hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Oh, excellent. Come begin.
Yes. Woohoo! Wow. This is- Ooh. I like that plant. Ooh.
Do you keep here? If my lady had not called up her steward Malvolia and bid her turn you out of doors, never trust me.
There dwelt a man in Babylon, lady. Am I not consanguineous? Am I not of her blood?
Beshrew me, the knight's an admirable fooling.
Why, yes, he is. He does it with better grace, but I do it more naturally.
Oh, come on, party. Yes. Oh, look. She's a cat.
Meow.
Oh, yes, it's like the ones that we keep. I know this plant. I have one at home. Oh, yes. There we. Whew.
My masters, are you mad, or what are you? Have ye no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make a alehouse of my lady's house, that ye squeak out your cobbler's catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of persons, place, nor time in you?
We did keep time, miss, in our catches. Snack up.
Sir Toby, I must be wrong with you.
Hey.
My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you here as her kinsman, she is nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself in your misdemeanors, then you are welcome to the house. If not, and it should please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, since must needs be gone.
Nay, good Sir Toby.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
But I will never die.
Sir Toby, there you lie.
Shall I bid her go?
What, Anne, if you do?
Shall I bid her go and spare not?
Oh, no, 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 you dare not!
Out of tune, lady, ye lie! Art thou any more than a steward? Dost thou think because thou art virtuous, thou shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by St. Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
Thou art I the right. Go, girl, rub your chain in crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria?
Mistress Mary, if you prize my lady's favor in anything more than contempt, you would not give leave to this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Go shake your ears.
'Twere as good as thee to drink when a man's a-hungry and to have her challenged in the field.
Do it, knight. I'll write thee a challenge and deliver thy indignation to her by word of mouth.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the counts was today with thy lady, she has been much out of quiet. For Mistress Malvolia, let me alone with her. If I do not gull her into a nay word and make her a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something of her.
Marry, sir, sometimes she is kind of a Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I would have beat her like a dog!
What, knight, for being a Puritan, thy exquisite reason?
I have no exquisite reason, but I have reason well enough.
A time pleaser, an affection ass that constate without book and utters it by great swarths, the best persuaded of herself, so cramped as it is her grounds of faith that she thinks all that look on her love her. And it is on that vice that my revenge will find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in her way some obscure epistles of love. I can write very like my lady your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hand.
Excellent, I smell a device.
I have it in my nose, too.
She shall think by the letters that thou wilt drop that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with her.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
Your horse will then make her into an ass.
Ass I doubt not.
'Twill be admirable.
Sport Royal, I warrant you, I know my physic will work with her. I will plant you two and let Fabian make a third, where she shall find the letter. Observe her construction of it, for this night to bed and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penicilia.
Before me, she is a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once, too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hadst need send for more money.
If I could not recover your niece, I'm a foul way out.
Oh, send for more money, knight. If thou hast her not in the end, call me cut.
If I do not, never trust me again. Take it how you will.
Come, knight, I'll go burn some sack. 'Tis too late to go to bed now. Come, knight, come, knight.
give me some music. Now, good morrow, friends. Oh, now, good Cesario, for that piece of song, that old and antique song we heard last night. Methought it did relieve my passion much, more than light airs and recollected terms of these most brisk and giddy paced times. Come, but one verse.
She's not here, so please, your lordship, that should sing it.
Who was it?
Fest the jester, my lord, a fool that the Lady Olivia's father took much delight in. She is about the house.
Seek her out and play the tune the while. Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it remember me, for such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all motions else, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. Oh, my life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favor that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little,
Oh.
by your favor,
What kind of woman is it?
of your complexion.
She is not worth thee, then. What years, I faith?
About your years, my lord.
Too old by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wear she him, so sway she level in her husband's heart. For, boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and infirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than women's are.
I think it well, my lord.
And let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower, being once displayed, doth fall that very hour.
And so they are, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Oh, fellow, come. The song we had last night, Marcus Cesario, it is old and plain. The spinsters and the knitters in the sun used to chant it in silly sooth and dallies with the incense of love, like the old age.
Are you ready, sir?
Aye, prithee, sing.
Come away, death. And in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I'm slain by a fair, cruel maid. My shroud of white stuck all with you. Oh, prepare it, my part of death. No one so true did share it. Not a flower sweet. On my black coffin, let there be strong. Not a friend greet. My poor corpse where my bones shall be thrown. A thousand sighs to save. Lay me aware, sad true lover, never find my grave to weep there.
There's for thy pains.
No pain, sir. I take pleasure in singing, sir.
Ooh, I'll pay thy pleasure then.
Truly, sir. And pleasure will be paid one time or another.
Give me now leave to leave thee.
Now the melancholy God protect thee, and make thy doublet of changeable. Taffeta, for thy mind is a very opal. I would have men of such constancy be put to sea, that their business might be everything, and their intent everywhere. For that's it that always makes a good voyage of nothing. Oh, thank you. Farewell.
Let all the rest give place. Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty. Tell her, my love more noble in the world, prizes not quantity of dirty lands, the parts fortune hath bestowed upon her. Tell her I hold as giddily as fortune, but 'tis that miracle and queen of gems that nature pranks her and attracts my soul.
But if she cannot love you, Lord?
I cannot be so answered.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as Perhaps there is, hath for your love a great pang of heart. As you have for Olivia, you cannot love her. You tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's size can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much, they lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite. No motion of the liver, but the palate surfeit cloyment and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
But I know
What dost thou know?
too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man, as it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
Then what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy, she sat like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was this not love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed, still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister for love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the sons, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
Aye, that's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel. Tell her my love can give no place, bide no deny.
Come my way, Senor Fabia.
Nay, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to see the rascally sheep-biter come to some notable shame?
I would exult, man. You know, she put me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting once.
And to anger her, we'll have the bear again, and we will fool her black and blue. Shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And if we do not, we pity our own lives.
Look you where the little villain comes. How now, my medal of India?
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolia's coming down this walk. She's been yonder in the sun practicing behaviors to her own shadow this half hour. Observe her for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of her. Close in the name of jesting, lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
'Tis but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I've heard herself come thus near that, should she fancy it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Here's an overweening rogue.
Oh, peace. Contemplation makes a rare jest of her. Look how she jests under her advanced plumes.
Oh, slight, I could so beat the rogue.
Peace.
To be Countess Malvolia.
Ah, rogue.
Pistoler.
Peace, peace.
There is example for it. The lady of the Strachey married the mistress of the wardrobe.
Ah, fie on her, Jezebel.
Oh, peace. She's deeply in. Look how imagination blows her.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state.
Oh, for Stonebow to hit her in the eye.
Calling my officers about me and my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone.
Peace, peace.
And then, to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs.
Bolts
For
and
my kinsman Toby,
Bolts and shackles!
Oh, peace, peace, peace. Now.
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up watch or play with my some rich jewel. Toby approaches, curtsies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
Though our silence may be drawn from us with cars, yet peace.
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with a austere regard of control.
What?
Saying, Cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech. You must amend your drunkenness.
Out, scab!
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I told you it was me, for many have called me fool.
What employment have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
Peace and the spirit imitate reading aloud to her.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus she makes her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, and her T's. Why's that?
To the unknown beloved, this and my good wishes. Her very phrases, by your leave wax soft. And the impressure her Lucrece with which she uses to seal. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins her liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no one must know. No one must know. What follows, the numbers altered, no man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolia, I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. MOAI doth sway my life.
A Faustian riddle.
Excellent wench, say I.
MOAI doth sway my life. But nay, first let me see.
Oh,
What
wait.
dish of poison has she dressed her?
I may command where I adore. Why, she may command me, I serve her, she is my lady. This is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. In the end, what should that alphabetical position portend if I could make that resemble something in me? Soft. MOAI.
Oh, wait, she's now at a cold scent.
Souter will cry upon her for though let it be as rank as a fox.
Malvolia, why, that begins my name.
I knew she would figure it out. That cur is excellent at faults.
But then there is no consonant in the sequel. That suffers under probation A should follow, but O does.
And A shall end, I hope.
Ah, and if it does, I'll cudgel her and make her cry, ah!
And then I comes behind.
And you had any eye behind you, though there be more detraction at your heels than fortunes before you.
MOAI. This situation is not as the former, and yet to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of those letters are in my name. Soft. Here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be. Cast thy humble sludge, slough?
Slough!
Slough, and appear fresh. Be opposite with the kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight and champagne discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will lead politic authors. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance, and I will point devise be the very one. I do not now fool myself to let imagination jade me, for every reason excites to this that my lady loves me. She did commend my yellow stockings as of late, and did praise my leg being cross-gartered. And in this she manifests herself to my love, and with these kind of injunctions that drive me to the habits of her liking, I thank my stars, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, and yellow stockings and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of putting on. Jove, I thank thee, I am happy. Oh! Here is yet a postscript, a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee, I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have me.
I could marry the wench for this device.
Oh, faith, nor could I either.
I would not give my part of the sport for a pension of thousands to be paid for by the Sophie.
Or just give no other dowry for such another jest.
Faith, nor I either.
Here comes my noble gull catcher.
Oh, wilt thou set thy foot upon thy neck?
Oh, faith, or mine either.
Or give thy freedom at a tay trip and become thy bond slave?
Faith, or I either.
Thou device is worked on her, that when the image of it leaves her, she'll surely run mad.
Nay, but say true, does it work upon her?
Like aqua vitae with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark her first approach before my lady. She will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color Olivia abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and she will smile upon her, which will now be so dissuitable to Olivia's disposition, addicted to a melancholy as she is, that it cannot but make Malvolia a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
And I'll make one.
It is my lady's pleasure.
Art thou not Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And fools are as like husbands as pilchards are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not her fool, sir, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, does walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more with thee. Hold. Expenses for thee.
Now, Joe, and his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee I am almost sick for one. though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is thy lady within?
Would not a pair of these have bread, sir?
Yes, being kept together and put to use.
I would play Lord Pandarus of Phrygia, sir, to bring a Cressida to this Troilus.
I understand you, lady. 'Tis well begged.
The matter, I hope, is not great. Begging but a beggar. Cressida was a beggar. My lady is within. I will construe to them once you come. Who you are and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
That one is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
As d'un voice gadre, monsieur.
Et vous aussi, votre serviteur.
Well, I hope you are, sir, and I am yours.
My niece is desirous, if your trade be to her, you should enter.
I am bound to your niece, sir. I mean, she is the list of my voyage.
Taste your legs, sir. Put them to motion.
My legs do better understand me, sir, than I understand what you mean by bidding me taste my legs.
I mean to go, sir, to enter.
I will answer you with gate and entrance, but we are prevented. Most excellent, accomplished beauty, the heavens rain odors on you.
Rain odors, the use of rare courtier.
My matter hath no voice than this, your most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
Pregnant, odors, vouchsafed? I'll get them all three at once.
Let the garden doors be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. 'Twas never merry world since lowly feigning was called compliment. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. For his thoughts would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to wet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you, I bid you never speak again of him, or would you undertake another suit? I'd rather to hear you solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady.
Give me leave, beseech you. I did send after the last enchantment you did hear, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit. To force that on you is a shameful cunning which you knew none of. Have you not set mine honor at the stake and baited it with all the unmuzzled thoughts that tyrannous heart can think? To one of your receivings enough is shown. A cypress, not a bosom, hideth my heart. So let me hear you speak.
I pity you.
That's a degree of love.
No, not a grise, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. O world, how apt the poor are to be proud. If one should fall prey, how to better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with this waste of time. Fear not, good youth, I shall not have you. Yet, when wit in youth has come to harvest, your wares alike to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay, I pray thee. Tell me what thou thinkest of me.
I think that you think you are not what you are.
If I think so, I think the same of you.
Then think you right. I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, that I am? I wish it might. For now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. A murderous guilt shows not self more soon than love may seem hid. Love's night is noon, Cesario, by the roses of spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything. I love thee so, and that Marge, all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide. For reason thus, then reason fetter, love sought is good, but given unsought better.
By innocence, I swear, and by my youth, I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall mistress be of it, save I alone. And so adieu, good madam, nevermore. May I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayest move the heart which now abhors, to like his love.
I'll stay not a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must need yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Reason? You want reason? I just watched your niece bestow more favors upon the Count's serving man than she ever bestowed upon me.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as you see me now.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
Oh, slight, will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
She only showed favor to the youth in your sight to exasperate you, to awaken your dormant valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver. You should then have accosted her with some excellent jests, fire new from the ment. But this opportunity was balked at your hand, and you are now sailing to north by my lady's opinion, unless you do redeem yourself by some laudable attempt at either valor or policy.
It'll have to be valor, for policy I hate.
Why then build thy fortunes upon the basis of valor? Challenge me, the Count's youth, to fight with you. Hit him in 11 places, my niece will take note of it. And assure thyself there's no greater love broker in the world of man's condemnation of women than report of valor. Away.
Where shall I find you?
We'll call thee at the Cublico. Go.
This is a dear mannequin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, some 2,000 ducats or so.
We shall get a rare letter from him. Will you not deliver it?
Never trust me then. I'm sure the youth's is going to be quite unfortunate in this matter, and as for Sir Andrew, if he were opened, you'd find so much blood in his liver as to clog the foot of a flea. I'd eat the rest of the anatomy.
And his opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Oh, look you where the youngest wren of 9 comes.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, see Malvolia. For I have dogged her like her murderer. She's in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously. I know my lady will strike her, and if she do, she'll smile and take it for a great favor. There is no Christian that means to be saved by believing so rightly can ever believe such a thing as 'tis. If you will see it, follow me.
Come, bring us, show us something of her.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I'll no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire more sharp than filed steel did spur me forth, and hot all love to see you, though so much has drawn one to a longer voyage. But jealousy what might befall your travels, being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger unguided and unfriended often prove rough and unhospitable. By my willing love, rather by these arguments of fear, do set forth in your pursuit.
Oh, my kind Antonia, I can no other answer make but thanks, and thanks and ever oft good turns are shuffled off with such uncurrent pay. But as is my conscience is unfirm, you should find better dealing. So what's to do? Shall we not go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir, best first go see your lodging.
Oh, I'm not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and things of fame that do renown this city.
Pardon me, sir, I do not without danger walk these streets. Once against the Count I did some service of such note indeed, that were I taken here, it scarce be answered.
Belike you slew a great number of his people.
The offense is not of such bloody nature. The bloody argument of well been answered, and since we're paying what we took for them, which for traffic's sake most of our city did. Only myself stood out, which if I be lapsed to this place, I shall pay dear.
Oh, do not then walk too open.
It doth not fit me. Hold, sir, my purse. At the suppers at the Elephant is best to lodge. I'll bespeak our time while you beguile your time and feed your knowledge with viewing of this town. There you shall have me.
Why, your purse?
Haply your eyes shall light upon some toy you have desired to purchase. Your store. I think it's not for idle market, sir.
Then I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent for him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? If youth is more often bought than begged or borrowed. I speak too loud. Where is Malvolia? She is sad and civil, and suits well for a servant of my fortunes. Where is Malvolia?
She's coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. She is sure possessed, madam.
Why? What is the matter? Does she rave?
No, madam, she does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you, for if she come for sure, this woman is tainted in wits.
Go, color hither. I'm as mad as she. If sad, then merry madness equal be.
Whoever hath a wish, thou hast thy will, and a will to boot, and a will in overplus. More than enough am I that vex thee still, to thy sweet will making addition. Thus wilt thou, whose will is large and spacious, not once vouchsafe to hide my will in thine. Shall will another seem right gracious, but in my will no fair acceptance shine. The sea, all water, yet receives rain still, and in abundance addeth to her store. But thou, being rich in will, add to thy will one will in mine, to make thy large will more. Let no unkind, no fair besiegers kill. Think all but one and me, and that one will. Sweet lady ho-ho.
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad, lady. I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering, but what of that? If it pleases the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one and please all.
Why, how dost thou, woman? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come into his hands, and command shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolia?
To bed, I, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolia?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolia?
Some are born great, some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee.
Remember who commended thy yellow stockings?
Thy yellow stockings?
And wish to see thee ever cross-gartered.
Cross-gartered?
Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I made?
If not, let me see thee a servant still.
Why, this is a very midsummer's madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of Portugal has returned. I could heartily entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this lady be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of her. I shall not have her miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Do you not come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. This concurs directly with the letter. She sends him so that I may appear stubborn, for she incites me to that in the letter. Cast thy humble, sludge, slough, and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. Let thy tongue tang arguments of state. Put thyself into the trick of singularity. I have limed her, but this is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this lady be looked to. Lady, not Malvolia, nor after my degree, but lady. Why, everything adheres to this, that no dram of a scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle, no incredulous nor unsafe circumstance. What can be said? Nothing that can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove is the doer of this, not I, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is she in the name of sanctity? If all the devils of hell possessed her, yet I'll speak to her.
Here she is. Here she is. How is it with you, madam? Whoa, how is it with you, lady?
Go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private and go off.
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within her. Did I not tell you, Sir Toby? My lady prays you to have a care of her.
Does she so?
Peace, peace. We must deal gently with her. Let me alone. How do you do, Malvolia? How is it with you? What, lady? Defy the devil, consider. He's an enemy to mankind.
Do you even know what you say?
Pray God she be not bewitched.
Carry her water to the wise woman.
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning.
How
As
now?
I live, my lady would not lose her for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord.
Peace, peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you not move her? Let me alone.
Only way with gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
How now, my barcock? How dost thou chuck?
Sir!
Get her to say her prayers, good Sir Toby. Get her to pray.
My prayers, minx.
No, I warrant you, she will not hear of godliness.
Go hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow little things, and I am not of your element. You shall know more hereafter.
Is it possible?
If this were played upon a stage now, I would condemn it as improbable fiction.
Oh, the jest has worked on us excellently. We shall have her in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that she is mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure and her penance till our very pastime. Tired and out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on her, at which point we will carry her to the bar and crown her for a fender of a madwoman. But see.
Good matter for a May morning.
Here's the letter. Read it. Warrant. There is pepper and vinegar in it.
Is it so saucy?
Oh, it is. I do but warrant him. Read.
Youth whatsoever, thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good and valiant.
Wonder not nor admire in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note, that shall keep you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia in my sight, she uses thee kindly. But thou liest in thy throat, that is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief, and to exceeding good sense, bless.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still, you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but mine hope is better. And so look to thyself, thy friend as thou usest him, and thine sworn enemy, Andrew Aguchik.
You may have very good reason for it. He is now in some commerce with my lady and will by and by depart.
Go you, Sir Andrew, scout me for him at the corner of the orchard like a bum bailey. Soonest thou seest him draw, soonest thou drawest swear horrible, for it comes to pass off a terrible oath that will give man more approbation than ever proof would have earned him. Away.
Name me alone for swearing.
Now, not I will deliver this letter, for the youth gives him to be of excellent breeding and capacity. You'll find no terror in this letter. You'll find it comes from a clodpole. But I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Sir Andrew a notable report of valor. And the gentleman, as I know his youth, will aptly receive it, drive him to a most hideous opinion of his rage, fury, and ferocity. This will so frighten the both of them that they'll kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Here he comes with your niece. Give them way till he take leave, and presently after him.
I'll mediate the while upon some horrid message of a challenge.
I've said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor to uncarry out. There's something in me that reproves my fault, but such a headstrong, potent fault it is, that it but mocks reproof.
With the same behavior that your passion bears goes on my master's grief.
Here, wear this jewel for me. Oh, 'tis my picture. Refuse it not, it has no tongue to vex you. And I pray you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny? What honor saved upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How, with mine honor, may I give to him which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Yet come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Stop making that face.
God save thee, gentlemen.
And you, sir.
That defense thou hast, betake thee to it. For thy interceptor, full of despite and bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end.
You mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear from any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Now, if you value your life at any price, betake thee to thy guard. For your opposite hath in him what strength, skill, youth, and wrath, and can furnish a man withal.
I pray you, what manner of man is he?
He's a knight, and a devil in private brawl. Souls and bodies he hath divorced 3. And his incessance at this moment is so implacable that satisfaction can be none but the pangs of death. Hobnob his word, give it or take it.
I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of man who puts quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this a man of that quirk?
No, sir, his indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Get you on and give him his desire. Strip your sword stark naked, for meddle you must.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signor Fabia, stay the while by this gentleman till my return.
Pray you, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, and nothing of the circumstance more.
Pray God defend me.
He is nothing of that wonderful promise. To read him at his form, as you are like to find in proof of his valor, he is the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite that you could have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it.
He's a very devil. I have not seen such a farrago. I had to pass with him, rapier, scabbard, and all, and he gives me the stuck with such a mortal motion that it is inevitable. And on the answer, it's as surely as your feet hit the ground they tread on. They say he's been a fencer to the Sophie.
Pox on it, I will meddle with him not.
It's too late now. He cannot now be pacified. Signor Fabia can scarcely hold him longer. Signor Fabia can scarcely hold him longer.
Oh, plague on it, I thought he'd been such a coward. I'd rather be damned than have him challenged. No. Let him the matter slip, and I will give him my horse, a gray Capulet.
I will make the motion, but stay the while, put a good show on it. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mariel, ride your horse as well as I ride you. I've persuaded him the youth's a devil, and I have his horse to take up on the quarrel.
He is as horribly conceited of him, and pants and looks pale, as if a bear were at his heels.
There's no remedy for it, sir. The gentleman will fight with you for oath's sake, but he has promised me he will not hurt you.
Pray God defend me. A little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
There is no remedy for it. The gentleman will have but one bout with you for oath's sake. But he has promised me, as a gentleman and a scholar, he will not hurt you.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you 'tis against my will.
If this young gentleman have done offense, I put the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
Why, ma'am, what are you?
One, sir, that for her love dares do more, that you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Oh, good Sir Toby, hold! Here come the officers.
This is the woman. Do thy office.
Antonia, I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You must have mistaken me, sir.
No, ma'am. No jot. I know your favors well. Take her away. She knows I know her well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. My necessity has me to ask you for my purse. It bears me much more for what I cannot do for you, much more than what befalls myself. You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, ma'am, away.
I must entreat of you some of that money.
What money, ma'am? For the fair kindness you have bestowed upon me, and part being prompted by my fair and present trouble, out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Hold, I'll make division of my present with you. There's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible that my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest that it make me so sound a woman as to upbraid you with the kindness I've done for you.
I know of none, nor I know you by voice or any feature. I hate ingratitude more in a woman than lying, vainness, babbling, drunkenness, or any other taint of vice whose strong corruption inhabits our frail youth.
Oh, heavens themselves.
Come, ma'am, I pray you go.
Let me speak a little. This youth you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieve which such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise, most vulnerable worth, did I devotion.
What does this mean to us? The time goes by. Away.
Oh, how vile and idle, that proves this youth thou hast, Sebastian, done good features shame. There's no nature blemish but the mind. None can be called deformed but the unkind. The virtue is beauty, but the beauteous is evil. The empty trunk is overflourished by the devil.
Away with her. Come.
Lead me on.
Come hither, Fabian. Come hither, Sir Andrew.
Methinks her words do from such passion fly, that she believes herself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination, oh, prove true, that I, dear brother, be now taken for you. She names Sebastian. I, my brother, know. Yet living in my glass, even such and so in favor was my brother, and he went still in this fashion, color, ornament. For him I imitate. Oh, if it prove, salt waves are kind and tempests fresh in love.
A very dishonest, paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty presents itself in leaving his friend here in necessity. As for his cowardship, ask Fabian.
A coward, a most devout coward, religious in it.
Slidle after him, I'll beat him again.
Come, let's see the event.
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to, go to. Thou art a foolish fellow, let me be clear of thee.
Well held out, I faith. No, I do not know you. Nor am I not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her. Nor is your name not Master Cesario. Nor is this not my nose, neither. Nothing that is so, is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly? He has heard this word, spoke of some great man, and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness, and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me.
Now, sir! Oh, sorry, ma'am. Have I met you again? And there's for thee.
Why, there's for thee, and there, and there. Are all the people mad?
Hold, sir!
This I will tell my lady straight!
I said hold, sir!
Nay, Sir Toby. I'll find another way to work with him. I'll have him charged for battery if there be any law in the area. Though I struck him first, that matters not.
Nay, hold, sir! Come, my young flesh, fight with him!
Let go thy hand!
Nay, I'll have an ounce of Malpart blood from you.
Hold, Toby. I charge thee, hold.
Madam!
Will it ever be thus? Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and barbarous caves where manners never were preached. Out of my sight. Be not offended, dear Cesario. Rudesby, be gone. Let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion sway in this uncivil and now unjust extent against thy peace, and go with me to my house, and hear there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, so that thou mayest smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go. Thou shalt not deny. Beshrew his soul for me, he set one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is this? How runs the stream? Or else I am mad, or else this is a dream. Let fancy still my sense and let steep. If it be thus to dream, let me still sleep.
Nay, come, I pray thee. Thou'st be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Oh, say so, and so be.
Nay, I prithee, put on this beard and this gown, and make her believe thou art Sir Topaz the curate. Do it quickly.
Well, I'll put it on, and I'll dissemble myself in it. And I would I were the first that ever dissembled in such a costume.
Jove bless thee, Master Parson.
Buenos dias, Sir Toby.
To him, Sir Topaz.
What ho, I say! Peace in this prison!
Who calls there?
Sir Topaz the curate, who comes to visit Malvolia, the lunatic.
Sir Topaz, oh, could Sir Topaz go to my lady?
Out, hyperbolical fiend. How vexedest thou this woman? Talkest thou nothing but of ladies?
Sir Topaz, do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness.
Fie, thou dishonest Satan. Sayest thou that the house is dark?
As hell, Sir Topaz.
Why, it hath bay windows and clear stones toward the south-north, as lustrous as ebony, and yet complainest thou still of obstruction!
I am not mad! I say to you that this house is dark.
Madman, thou errest. I say there is no darkness but ignorance, in which thou art more puzzled than the Egyptians in their fog.
I say this house is as dark as ignorance, though ignorance were as dark as hell. And I say there was never anyone thus abused. I am no more mad than you are. Make the trial of it in any constant question.
What is the opinion of Pythagoras concerning wildfowl?
That the soul of our grandmother might happily inhabit a bird.
What thinkest thou of his opinion?
I think nobly of the soul and in no way support his opinion.
Fare thee well. Remain thou still in darkness. Thou shalt hold the opinion of Pythagoras ere I will allow of thy wits. Fare thee well.
Sir Topaz. Sir Topaz!
My most exquisite Sir Topaz, bring me to her in thine own voice and bring it to me. I can no longer be of this knavery. My niece is out of favor with me so much. Bring it to me by and by to my chamber.
Hey, Robin, jolly Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool.
My lady is unkind, purty.
Fool.
Alas, why is she so?
Fool, I
she
say!
She loves another. Who calls? Huh?
Good fool, as ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand, help me to a pen, a candle, ink, and some paper. I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Mistress Malvolia.
Aye, good fool.
Alas, madam, how fell you besides your 5 wits?
They have propertied me here, keep me in darkness, send ministers to me, asses, and do all they can to face me out of my wits.
Advise what you say. The minister is here. Malvolia, Malvolia, thy wits the heavens restore. Endeavor thyself to sleep, and leave thy vain bibble-babble.
Sir Topaz.
Maintain no word with her, good fool. Who I, sir? Not I, sir. God be with you, good Sir Topaz. Marry, amen. I will, sir. I will.
Fool. Fool. Fool, I say!
Alas, madam, I am sent for speaking with you. What say you, madman?
Fool, help me to some ink and some paper. I tell thee I'm as well in my wits as anyone in Illyria.
Well a day that you were, ma'am.
Good fool, by this hand I am. Help me to some ink, some paper, light, and set down what I will convey to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the bearing of letter did.
I will help you to it. But tell me this truly. Are you not but mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll never believe a mad woman until I see her mind. I will fetch you light and paper and ink.
Good fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee, be gone.
I'm gone, ma'am, and anon, ma'am. I'll be with you again. Adieu, good she-devil.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonia then? I could not find her at the Elephant. Her counsel now might do me golden service. For though my soul disputes well with my sense that this may be some error, yet 'tis no madness. But doth this flood of fortune so far exceed all instance, all discourse, that I am ready to distrust mine eyes and wrangle with my sense to any other truth but that I am mad? Or else the lady's mad. Yet if 'twere so, she could not sway her house, command her followers, take and give back affairs and their dispatch with such a smooth, discreet, and stable bearing as I perceive she does. There's something in it that's deceivable. But here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, go with me, with this holy father, into the chantry by. There, before him, and underneath that consecrated roof, plight me the full assurance of your faith, so that my jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. She shall conceal it. For what time will our celebration keep, but in accordance with my birth? What do you say?
I will follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and may the heavens so shine, so that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see her letter.
Good Mistress Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything?
Do not desire to see this letter.
This is to give a dog, and in recompense desire a dog again.
Belong you to the Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
Oh, I know thee well. How dost thou, my good fellow?
Truly, sir. The better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Just the contrary, the better for thy friends.
No, sir, the worse.
How can that be?
Marry, sir, they praise me and make an ass of me. Now, my foes tell me plainly that I am an ass. So that by my foes I therefore benefit in the knowledge of myself, and by my friends I am abused. So that conclusions are to be as kisses. If your 4 negatives make your 2 affirmatives, why then? The better for my foes and the worse for my friends.
Why, this is excellent. There's gold. And if you'll let your lady know I'm here to speak with her and bring her along with you, it may awake my bounty further.
Marry, sir, lullaby to your bounty till I come again. Let your bounty take a nap. I will wake it anon.
Madam, that piece of verse I do remember well, yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared.
Orsino, noble sir, be pleased that I shake off these names you give me. Antonia never yet was thief of courtesan. Though I confess on base and ground enough, Orsino's enemy, a witchcraft drew me hither. That most ungrateful boy, there by your side, from the rude seas engaged in foamy mouth, did I redeem, a wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and to add my love, without retention or restraint. His dedication, for his sake, did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the dangers of this adverse town. Drew to defend him when he was beset and apprehended by his false cunning. Not meaning to partake in danger with me, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance, which drew a 20-year removed thing. One would wink, denying me my own purse, which I had recommended not an hour and a half before.
How can this be?
When came she to this town?
Today, my lord. And for a month's banquetancy, no minute's interim. Both day and night did we keep company.
Notable madam, thou thief of hearts, what foolish boldness brought thee to the mercies, whom thou in terms so bloody and so dear hast made thine enemies.
Orsino, this is that Antonia from when your cousin lost his chastity in these streets desperate for shame and state. In this private brabble did we apprehend her.
here comes the Countess. Oh, now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, madam, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth hath tended upon me. More of that none. Take her aside.
What would my lord for what she may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep promise with me.
Madam.
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario, good my lord?
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be aught to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ears howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What to perverseness, you uncivil lady, to whose ingrate and unauspicious altars my soul the faithless offerings hath breathed out that air devotion tendered. What shall I do?
Even what it please, my lord, that shall become her.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, like to the Egyptian thief at point of death, kill what I love? A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly. But hear me this, since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws myself for my true favor in your plays, live you, the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this your minion, whom I know you love, in whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him will I tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's stead. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love despite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt, and willingly to do you rest, 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love, more than I love my eyes, more than my life, more by all mores that I ever shall love wife. If I do feign you witnesses above, punish my life for tainting of my love.
I me detested. How am I beguiled?
Who does beguile you? Who does do you wrong?
Has it been so long? Hast thou forgot thyself? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come, away.
Whither? Cesario, husband, stay.
Husband?
Aye, husband, can he that deny?
Her husband, Sarah?
No, my lord, not I.
Alas, it is the baseness of thy fear that makes thee strangle thy propriety. Fear not, Cesario, take thy fortunes up, for that thou knowest thou art, then thou art as great as that thou fearest. Oh, welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee, by thy reverence, here to unfold, though lately we intended to keep in darkness, what occasion now reveals itself before 'tis ripe. What dost thou know has newly passed between this youth and me?
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of hands, attested by the holy close of lips, and strengthened by the interchangement of your rings. And all the ceremony of this compact, sealed in my function by my testimony, since my watch hath told me towards my grave, I have traveled but 2 hours.
O thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Or will not else thy craft so quickly grow, that thine own trip shall be thine overthrow? Farewell, and take her, but direct thou feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
Oh, do not swear, though thou hast too much fear.
Oh, for the love of God, your help, a surgeon, please. Send one presently for Sir Toby.
What's the matter, Sir Andrew?
Oh, he has given me a bloody cox coming in and Sir Toby across the head.
Who has done this?
Oh, the Count's serving man, Cesario. We took him for a coward, but he is the very devil incarnate.
Whoa, my gentleman Cesario.
My aunt, he's here! You hit me across the head for no reason, and that which I did do, I was set on to do by Sir Toby.
Why do you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your sword upon me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, then I am hurt. Oh, but see, here comes Sir Toby halting. Be warned, if you were not in his 3rd degree of drink, he would have tickled your other gates.
How now, gentlemen, how is it with you?
That's all one has hurt me, and there's end on it. Sot, didst thou see Dick Surgeon, Sot?
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby, an hour agone. His hours were set at 8 in the morning.
He's a rogue! And a pass he measures pain, I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who has made this havoc with them?
Oh, come, Sir Toby, for we'll be wrapped together.
Will you help an asshead and a coxcomb, a knave, a thin-faced knave, a gull?
Get him to bed and let his hurt be looked to. Who has made this havoc with them?
I'm sorry, madam. I've hurt your kinsman, but were it the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit or safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows that we've made but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons. A natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonia? Oh, my dear Antonia, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonia?
You've made division of yourself. An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother, nor can there be that deity of my nature up here or anywhere. I had a sister once, whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage?
Of Messalene. Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother, too. So he went suited to his watery tomb. If spirits do assume both form and suit, you come to fright us.
A spirit I am indeed, but am in that dimension grossly clad. Were you a woman, I should let my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola.
My father had a mole upon his brow.
And so had mine.
Died that day when Viola from her birth had numbered 13 years.
Oh, that record is lively in my soul. My father did indeed finish his mortal act that day that made my sister 13 years.
If nothing less to make us happy both, but this, my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me until each circumstance of time, place, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola. Which, to confirm, I will bring you to a captain in this town who hath my maiden weeds, and by whose gentle help I was preserved to serve this noble count. All occurrences of my fortune since have been between this lady and this lord.
So comes it, lady, you have been mistook. But nature to her bias true in that. You would have been contracted to a maid, but nor are you therein by my life deceived. You are contracted both to a maid and man.
Be not amazed, right noble is his blood. If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never shouldst love woman like to me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and all those swearings will keep as true in soul as doth the orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy women's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He by some occasion is now in durance at Malvolia's suit, a lady and follower of my lady's.
She shall enlarge her. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor lady, she's much distract. A common sanctity of thine own, from my remembrance, clearly banished hers. How does she, sirrah?
Truly, madam, she yields Beelzebub at the stave's ends as well as any woman in her case may do. Has he writ a letter to you? I should have delivered it to you today morning, but seeing as a madwoman's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman.
By the Lord, madam, yeah!
How now? Art thou mad?
No, madam, I do but read madness. And your ladyship shall have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
Prithee, read it in thy right wits.
So I do, madam. But to read it in her right wits is to read it thus. Therefore perpend, my princess, and give ear.
Read it you.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. Though you have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me, yet have I the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not but do myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please, I leave my duty a little unthought of, and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolia.
Did she write this?
Aye, madam.
This savors not much of distraction.
Go call her hither. Fabian, go get her. So what it please, my lord, these things further thought on, to think me as well as a sister, as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it, so please you, here, at my house, and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done him, so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, since you called me master for so long. Here is my hand. You shall from this time be your master's mistress.
A sister, you are she.
Is this the mad woman?
Aye, my lord, the same. How now, Malvolia?
Madam, you have done me wrong. Notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolia? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you, peruse that letter. You must not now deny that it is in your hand. Write in it, if you can, in hand or phrase, or say 'tis not your seal, nor your invention. Well, grant it then in the modesty of honor, and tell me why you have given me such clear lights of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you, to put on yellow stockings and frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people. And acting in this obedient hope, why you have suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in darkness, visited by a priest, and made the most notorious geck and gall that e'er invention played on. Tell me, why?
Alas, Malvolia, 'tis not my writing, though I confess, much like the character, but out of question 'tis Maria's hand. Now, I do bethink me, it was she who first told me thou wast mad, then camest in smiling, and in such forms that were here presupposed upon thee in this letter. Prithee, be content, for once we know the grounds and authors of this, thou shalt be both the judge and the plaintiff of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no jury or judge come and harm me. In hope it shall not, most freely I confess, that myself and Sir Toby set this device against Malvolia here. And upon some stubborn and uncourteous parts, Maria writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, where in recompense he hath married her. In hope it shall not, upon some sportful malice, and injuries be justly weighed, its sense on both sides past.
Alas, poor fool, how have they baffled thee?
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. I was one, ma'am, in this interlude. One Sir Topaz, ma'am. But that's all one. By the Lord, fool, I am not mad. But do you remember? Madam, why you laugh at such a barren rascal, and you not smile, she's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings in her revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
She hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue her and entreat her to a peace. She hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known and golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come. For so you shall be, well, you are a man, but when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.